thought it was a very good job compared to the industry, but the fact of the matter is that 3% of our customers turn into leads, 97% of our customers do not. And we saw that as a huge opportunity and a big problem. So we looked at some of the best case practices and software programs across different industries in the United States and took some pieces of all these different products and put them together into something we call Dealer Web Watch.
You want to stress just about some of what we do up here.
Yeah, well, basically we have the capability to better monitor our internet traffic. We're able to communicate with customers visiting on our website real time. And once we were able to notify people real time and communicate real time, we decided we wanted to see our website as an actual virtual real-time show floor. A lot of people have internet departments and try to work internet needs, but we wanted to treat every customer who was on our website as if they were standing on that show floor in real time. So we created our Internet and Technology Center, which is fully staffed with 2 managers and 8 salespeople. What we do all day long on this part of the show floor is communicate real time with every single person on our website. And as a result, I think our first month doing live chat real time with customers, we had 68 incremental sales. Our first month peaked at over 100 incremental sales. These are leads that were generated, conversations that happened not because the customer put in an inquiry to ask us for information, but because we identified somebody on the website and talked to them real time. We will transact all the way through the process, everything short of delivering the vehicle real time while somebody's on the website. So it's a little bit out of the box, and we found ourselves creating micro departments within the dealership. So we have a sales management force, management team, and salespeople that handle the customers that walk on the show floor. We have another management team and sales force that handles just live chat and people who are surfing our website real time. We have another full-time department management team that handles inbound phone calls and inquiries from the website and from third-party lead providers. We're all separate. It's been about 8 months now, 8-9 months.
Sales? Yes, our sales going up 60 plus the first month that were directly attributable to this initiative. And the concept, as he touched on, John touched on, is you're going to treat the customers on your website just as if they're standing here with you.
Don't wait for them to send in an inquiry, talk to them. We push information and messages out to them across their screen in real time on our website. We can identify a lot of things about that company and help us understand what they're looking for as well. That way when we push information, it's very relevant to them. So we have a high number of people that engage on the spot.
So your customers requesting to see the homes, or are they also able to come in through your store?
Yeah. We have some, and we will deliver a vehicle to a customer. We've delivered vehicles as far as 200 to 300 miles from the dealership. Some used vehicles, especially used cars, higher-end used cars, will ship all over the United States. We send out the paperwork and ship the vehicle, that we hand deliver vehicles. Still, the majority of people really want to come to the dealership. They want to have the brick-and-mortar experience, meet a salesperson, test drive the car, and go through the home delivery process here. We'll accommodate them any way they want to. We've learned to be flexible and let the customer tell us how they want the transaction.
How do you screen the customers to know it's not a 13-year-old going, gee, I'd really like to?
That's a great question. Some of the things that we do identify is we can geo-map the person so we know where they're sitting literally within a block or so while they're on our website. We get their VPN ID address so we know the server they're on. JC, plug your ears real quick. What's a lot of fun is when we're watching somebody and it's another Toyota dealer's ID tag coming in our software program, asking questions and asking for prices. But we see a lot of things through the information that we get. Yeah, so we get a lot of information. But there always is going to be no, because they're on our website. They're on our website, so we can get our turf. It's our server and our website.
They've chosen to come here.
They're going to just invite them to check.
Sure,
Invite
absolutely.
them to talk.
Yeah, just as an example, because we can co-browse with them and see every page that they're looking at, we're going to see a trend. If they're looking at just trucks and just Tundras, then we're going to send out an offer or a message that's very relevant to Tundra. It's good for us to know where that person is, because you're probably going to approach a potential customer who lives 5 miles away from you differently than somebody who lives 500 miles away. So it's really nice to know from a location standpoint where it makes sense.
So what's one of the lessons that you learned from the seamless transition from virtual experiments to
That's a great part. The biggest thing we've learned is treat everybody like they're standing in front of you right now. That's how you need to treat everybody. Ask for their business right now. Do whatever you have to do to get them engaged in the process. Don't be afraid to ask for the salesperson. Stay open-minded about it. I really think in the information management people are doing everything they can to stay away from your place of business for as long as possible. They're willing to come to you when everything is out of the way, but they want to do as much work as possible. And if you're not willing to give up that information, somebody else will.
So for all these like customers that you close on, like for the speed of the quickness, are they able to like pre-populate some of that information so that it makes the transaction go?
Yeah, quite a bit. Yeah, they'll do online applications, which will draw a lot of information off of. We get pre-approvals for credit, and we will load everything into our data management system well before the customer gets here. I had a customer who came in yesterday. When they came in, they said, last time I bought a car, it took me 6 hours. How long is this going to take? And I said, you'll be gone with your car clean in 45 minutes, and it only took 30. So there's a lot to be said. If you want to drive high volume, you know, the old saying, speed kills. Well, the lack of speed kills too. So you've got to put yourself in a position where you can facilitate a high volume of cars. If we want to sell 40 or 50 or 60 cars on a Saturday, we better have as much information done as possible before the customer gets here so that we can keep everything turning.
And then from a technology standpoint, you see sales and F&I kind of function.
Yes. Yeah, very much so. Yeah, we have our F&I personnel. We'll do email presentations of finance products. We'll by phone get somebody on the phone, go over all the finance products. Take by phone or by email. If we're developing other products, we'll have video presentations of products where we can email a link to a customer so they can watch a presentation of all the F&I products in the privacy of their home. They can sit for it.
Similar to what you see with the iPads here, we have a link to something, and that would be sent right to the client.
She here?
The iPad.
We have 15 iPads. They have access to our DMS remotely, access to our portal remotely, to our CRM tool remotely. We are putting more routers out on the lot in the next month or so that our salespeople can take an iPad out on the lot, pull up inventory and information for the customer while they're out on the lot. So we're expanding our wireless reach.
Because the showroom now expands beyond right here.
It's like
Just a continuation.
Yeah. About half of our salespeople or more now work their own deals themselves from start to finish.
So how many sales?
People sell a much higher number of cars.
Yeah, how many have you got?
8 to 10.
We've only got 28 salespeople right now, but on peak months they'll average over 20 cars per person.
that's the challenge is to maximize this
Actual showroom.
Yes.
from the virtual experience.
Yes.
Well, you got to look at the obstacles along the way.
Yeah, we want less people to touch the customer and empower the employee to go through the process.
Having maximizing more footprint.
Right.
Yeah.
And it costs so much more. I mean, as we all know, the cost of land, buildings and stuff. I mean, this acre and a half was $1 million, or just for a stupid parking lot. You know, so, or, you know, but to the point about salespeople, in December, our top salesperson sold
38 and a half.
Wow.
And in March or May last year, how many guys? It was 30.
We had 5 people sell over 30 in March. We had one of our guys who sold 33 and a half walk up to Pat and I and said, this is the only place in the world where you can sell 33 and a half cars and lose.
Yeah, that's right.
So walk around with a big loser on his
Yeah.
head.
Yeah, we averaged 22.8 per associate in March.
But you give them the tools to do that. You give them the environment, you give them and the tools to be able to be successful. what they do. And as such, you don't need as many when they're as productive as they are. And good things happen.
Our average employee did $1.2 million in sales last year, per employee.
Any other questions along that line? Anything else that comes to mind?
Pat, why don't you share with them the cost to the green building, what the incremental cost was?
It was staggering. All Latest good. It was staggering. We'll never dig our way out of this hole. You think the national debt's bad?
You can't get even.
It actually the cost was about a 3 to 5% uptick in cost, and we figured about a 5 to 7 year payout or so. But we think we're already there from the additional cost because certain things to do it the right way cost a little more. But I promise you, if we had it to do over again, would I do it? The answer is absolutely a resounding yes. And we would add more things as we move on. So I highly recommend everybody to look at it, embrace it, and just remember the energy savings is number one. And everything else will fall in place behind that.
It looks like you got a lot of goodwill out of this whole project. Can you comment on the community,
well,
what its impact on the community?
The community side has been overwhelming. The city put a quarter or half page ad in the Dallas Morning News of the dealership welcoming this dealership to the community. Now, what other city has ever done that in the history of the whole business? There's usually blackball, you won't get away, don't they? But they embraced us, they wanted us to be so it was very good. And the community side of it has been great. But I got to tell you, we do not advertise it. We do not promote it. We've only really said minimal words about it in the press. And we'd rather let the consumer come here because we've got a great dealership and great associates and have them have a wonderful experience. Oh, by the way, we happen to be green. Oh, by the way, did you see about the tile or the flooring or those kinds of things? It works out. Well, we had science classes too. The University of Waterloo in Toronto, Canada, comes here every year. They bring their architectural class here, and they bring them every year. And they come and have a long visit. They drive to Indianapolis, spend the night, and they drive here the next day and come in, and we have a big. They've done it every year. So. A whole lot. Whole lot. I think it was about $156 a foot when the smoke cleared. And so you can back that down from the percentage uptick in cost. But the building cost is different in different markets. And it was high because we built it right after Hurricane Katrina. And guess what? There was no steel, no aluminum, no glass, no concrete, no sheetrock, anything. So all the prices rocked. We could have built it for a lot less. Paul had got this approved sooner.